Wow, the temperature dropped like crazy. We're in the basement of Biosphere 2. Fun fact, they call it Biosphere 2 because Biosphere 1 is our planet.
And we'll talk about the energy center when we get outside. But this is not the only one. There was another one on the corner. When we turned and walked down here, there's another one here. Throughout the basement, we have 52 of these.
Wow.
52. And yes, the 8 had to maintain these during the 2 years they were sealed. 2 of them were engineers. One was a mechanical engineer, one was a chemical engineer, one was a doctor, a physician. He dealt with their medical needs. But whatever happened, they had to deal with it. They had spare parts. In fact, the 8 helped in building the Biosphere. They knew how these machines work. But they had to deal with it. Now, when they built the Biosphere and sealed it, remember, 4 things had to recycle: water, air, food, and waste for 2 years. The 400 scientists and engineers thought about it for a minute and they said, wait a minute, sealed enclosure. The air pressure is going to build up over time and the glass is going to explode out. So they said you need something to stabilize the air pressure. Can I borrow this? Sure, I'll drink it. They came up with this ingenious design called the lung system for the Biosphere. On each side of the Biosphere, there's these white domes. You guys saw this one that's covered up by the red when you were coming down from admission. We're going to go inside this one, the one on the bottom, and see how it worked back in the day, okay?
We don't know what's been going on. We got room for 2 more guys. Come in, Joe first. Yes, we're good. Here we go.
Wow. What the heck? What was that one movie, Minority Report, where...
Ladies,
Yeah. Guys, we're in Minority Report.
Looking straight ahead, you're looking at water. That is a water reservoir. That water that you're looking at is almost 6 feet deep. And we like to keep this water here because the water acts as a giant humidifier for that black material. The black material is rubber. It's the same rubber material that was here back in 1991. And as you can see, it's connected to a giant aluminum saucer. It does move up and down very slowly. The rubber above us is 4 tons. The aluminum saucer is 16 tons. What's holding up that much weight is air pressure inside this air chamber, holding up 20 tons. How does it work? The cooler the air, down that air pressure, that means minus pressure. It means less pressure, so that saucer descends. It will come all the way down and set on the floor. The warmer the air comes down this air tunnel in here, the higher that saucer will go. It goes as high as 65 feet into the air, much higher than you see it now. Really high. So cooler, as it goes down, warmer, it it's coming down. And by nightfall, it's on the floor. And it's going to sit on the floor the entire night until the next morning and run that same cycle. Up and down, up and down. That's what it did for 2 years. What is it doing? What is it doing? One cycle a day for 2 years, going up and down. What is it doing? Yeah, every time it came down, remember there's 20 tons. Every time that much weight came down, it's helping to push on all the air pressure that has developed in this air chamber, pushing it into the basement of the biosphere. It's equalizing and balancing the biometric pressure throughout the entire biosphere. That kept the biosphere itself from imploding. The glass panels could have been falling in on themselves and from blowing out in 1991. That's all it did. Just stabilize the air pressure so they seal. You can watch it. Yeah, watch your step and head when you exit. Okay? Watch your head, watch your step.
Dude, that echo is eerie.
It's warmer. And watch your head, watch your step. Watch your head, step, head, step.
A little bit. It's going slow enough, though. Wow.
Okay, if we look around the space where we just came back from, there's the south lung to our left, back down there. There's the energy center to the right next to it. On the other side of the energy center is the cooling towers. And then of course there's the other lung over there. That is the west lung. Please do not press the button over there, because that's going to interfere with the tour. He's going to say the same thing I'm telling you guys. Now, back in 1991, when the 8 were sealed inside the biosphere, everything was controlled from the energy center right over there. They controlled it with one giant Caterpillar generator. It's still there today. It runs off natural gas. It has a backup generator that runs off diesel. It's over there as well. Now, today, the university found it was more cost efficient just to go on the grid. So today we get all of our power from the little town north of us. Also, you notice that around us there are solar panels. Now the deal with the solar panels is this. There are 3 different solar companies bidding for every office needs a fish.
So I'm in the kitchen where the original 8 who had to live and work in this area. This is where they would, well, obviously this is the kitchen. It's pretty neat. They got this little grow area here in the middle too for like supplemental herbs. They have them all trained up too. Oh, this is like all original stuff too. Can't you tell it's like from the 80s? This is all original. Looks like one of their labs here. Ooh. Looks like they study a lot of the fish and water species in here. Ooh. And these are the apartments in which the original Biosphere 2 group would reside in. All right, now this is really neat. This is in like the science, well, not science, okay, it's all science, but this is about the lunar or space stuff that you can grow in space. Obviously, we're not in space, but look, this is the lunar greenhouse, and this is all that they're growing. Look at that. It's really interesting. They're using like vinyl pockets to where all the roots start. This is really neat. That's a cool greenhouse. I guess this is something that you would see in like in space, on the International Space Station, maybe? I don't know. Really cool.
This revolution is all about recycling.
We need you too,
water
Spaceman.
and nutrients.
A little shout out to my new friends here, Alan, Patty, June. Ted.
Tucson, Arizona, baby.
Had an interesting Uber experience here. Really easy to get an Uber from Tucson to Biosphere 2, but not so easy getting one back to Tucson. So I gotta really thank my new friends here on getting me a little bit closer to Tucson, so maybe I can connect to another Uber. Yeah, I might have to shell out a few bucks for this, but totally worth it.
That'll be fine.
Oh man, what a day that I have had. I mean, obviously, you guys know I've been working a different attire on from where I left you earlier. My phone was dying when I was at Biosphere, and man, I had crunch time going on. It was crazy. So, side note, if you're ever in Tucson and you get an Uber out to Biosphere, make sure you have a ride back, or that you can talk to your Uber driver on, you know, maybe hanging back for like a couple hours to make sure that you have a ride back. You know, and it's funny because my original Uber driver, he warned me. He was like, yeah, you know, I had this lady and she was having trouble apparently getting back because, you know, because of where the Biosphere 2 is located, there's like nothing around there. So there's no quickly available, you know, Uber drivers. So I was on crunch time. My phone was dying. I had like 1%, you know, and there was so much more I wanted to take footage of. I just couldn't because I was on such a crunch time. And like, you know, I couldn't find the Uber, or I couldn't get an Uber to come get me because there was just nobody close. And so I embarrassingly had to ask people who were finishing their tours from Biosphere and being like, hey, I know you don't know me, but are you guys going back to Tucson? I kind of need a ride. And I asked a few people. I got this one lady was just like, no, no, we got too much stuff. Like, sorry. Yeah, sure, you're sorry, lady. I get it. I understand. I know I'm a stranger and I'm asking you for a ride back to Tucson. I get it. But, luckily, you saw the people earlier that I featured in the video. Those were the people that were kind enough to bring me to closer to Tucson. I got to do the Biosphere thing, even with that slight little, problem. I'm glad I did it today because I was actually planning on going to Biosphere tomorrow and try and bunch it in with this little time frame that I had to do the Biosphere thing. But man, what kind of trouble would I have been in if I would have done what I did today, tomorrow? I might have missed my flight. But, I was a little forward thinking at least on changing my schedule to go there today, because it turns out I actually had some extra time. So it's nice because I'm going to be able to get to spend a little bit of time in the lazy river I've been eyeballing here for like 4 days. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed what I had to show you from Biosphere. I wish I could have given you more, but like I said, I was running against a battery in time. Excuse me. But anyways, everybody, thanks for watching. If you haven't already, give this video a nice big old thumbs up. If you're a new time watcher, please hit the subscribe button and check out everything that I have to offer. I'm not just doing one thing. So, and be sure to visit our website and see what everything that we got going on there too. Hydroeconomist.com. All right, everybody, it's time to go to bed. I am beat. As you can see, I am looking pretty damn dapper, so I had a pretty fun night. But all right, everybody, you take care. Thank you.